What is going on, guys? Voided here, and today, guess what we're talking about? If you did not guess, Doom Eternal, and to be more specific, the demons you can find in Doom Eternal, and to be even more specific, the heavy demons you can find in Doom Eternal, and to be the most specific, the heavy demons you can find in Doom Eternal Part 2, well then you just weren't right. Today we're going to be covering the Mang Cubist, the Pain Elemental, the Pinkie, the Prowler, the Revenant, the Spectra, and the Whiplash. And starting off, we have the Mang Cubist. In its codex entry states, the Mang Cubist, hulking behemoth of the demon world, bears notable difference from those of its kind first encountered by the UAC expedition team on Mars. Unlike its brethren, which wore a naturally occurring armored carapace, this variation shows clear signs of pre-existing man-made modifications, armored plating augmentation to its exterior, and a sophisticated arm-mounted weapon system indicate a clear intent to upgrade and weaponize the fighting capacity of the Mang Cubist, whose heavy stature and resilience make it a formidable threat in battle. Now, the Mang Cubist is rather similar to the Cyber Mang Cubist. Both you want to keep at a distance, both are tough as nails, both will take a few bullets to get down. The only difference is the weaknesses. Mainly, the weak point for the Mang Cubist, the arm cannons. Destroy the arm cannons to disable its flamethrower attacks and debilitate its cannon attacks. With a general tip, a chest glory kill will trigger an explosion that damages nearby demons. And now we have the Pain Elemental, in its codex entry states. An abhorrent creation of the umbral planes, the Pain Elemental is descended from the primal, abominable depths of the demon world. Knowing only its own torment, the Elemental is cursed to forge lost souls within the fiery pit of its gut, a process that is excruciating and without end for the duration of the creature's miserable lifespan. The Elemental's only reprieve from its own agonizing and torturous existence is a projection of suffering into the world. For this reason, the Pain Elemental reaps great satisfaction from indiscriminate killing and the infliction of misery upon those weaker than itself. Now, the Pain Elementals, in my own experiences, I could be wrong about this, appear to be the only way for lost souls to spawn in, being as they spawn them themselves out of their mouth and hurl them at you, typically about 3 at a time for the most part. And their weakness is the Ballista. The Ballista does bonus damage to flying demons. And moving on, we have the Pinkie. In its codex entry states, as hell emerged on Earth, the Pinkie began to appear on terrestrial soil in great number, rapidly becoming the bane of existence to Ark military fortifications. Utilizing its armored frontal carapace, the Pinkie is able to penetrate defensive encampments, breaking through wall defenses, and using its ramming ability to upturn and mobilize armored vehicles. Arc deployments, depending on their ability to hold the line against encroaching forces of hell, could be disrupted and even overtaken by a single Pinkie, were it able to penetrate and break through their defensive matrix, allowing a greater demon influx pouring after it. The Arc rapidly prioritized the targeting status of the Pinkie, issuing high-range bombardment to prevent the Pinkie from gaining proximity. Now, the Pinkie is certainly a pain to deal with, being as I don't know if it even takes damage from its face, and if it does, it doesn't take a lot of damage. And, it's rather easy once you get the hang of it to dodge out the way when it charges at you and shoot it from the back while it's stunned. I find it's easier to charge up a blood punch and hit him in the face once. Which, with the weak point being the back, shooting the back to do massive damage, and weakness blood punch, the blood punch will kill a Pinkie in one shot. What are you gonna do? You wait for it to get behind it and shoot it, or just punch it in the face? And moving on, we have the Prowler. And its codex entry states, a creature of the darkness, the Prowler hunts from the shadows, preferring stealth and concealment to open conflict. Imbued with partial infravision, the Prowler is able to see that which is unseen to the naked eye. Known among the Sentinels as the Night Stalker, the Prowler's preternatural sense of sight makes it a lethal hunter, capable of tracking its prey even in the pitchiest black of dark. Believed to be peripherally descendant to the lesser imp brooding, the Prowler is rarely seen in groups, forsaking pack hunting for the precision of the solitary pursuit. Now, the Prowler isn't much of a threat in comparison to the other heavies. He's basically a slightly tougher imp that can teleport, with the weakness being Ice Bomb. Freeze it with the Ice Bomb to temporarily prevent teleportation. And now we have the Revenant. In their codex entry states, the Revenant program, a bioweapon experiment utilizing reanimated necrotic human tissue, was believed to have been destroyed with the collapse of the UAC facility on Mars. However, the emergence of the cultist enclaves on Earth, former UAC deviations now under Hell's direct control, had begun work on a second wave of production of the Revenant program. Though much of the platform's existing weapon payload is preserved as originally designed, the cyber neural programming has undergone modifications. Patterned signals are wired to the host's frontal cortex, which in turn stimulates a state of frenzied, unrestrained bloodlust. While these signals are active, the host is incapable of thinking or feeling anything but a singular compulsion to inflict death and violence on the living. And now, the Revenant are rather interesting. I like their design. They're basically meaty skeletons in an exosuit that flies and has rockets. What's cooler than that? With the weak point being the launchers. Destroy the shoulder launchers to disable rocket attacks. General tip, it is more vulnerable when in the air. And the other general tip, dash and double jump will break the rocket lock-on. And now we have the Spectra, with the codex entry stating, born from an ancient screed of forbidding psychomancy, it was by the Tomaic inscriptions of the occultic six-sealed eyes that the Spectra was made manifest. Divined in desecrated ruins untouched by light for an eternity, warlocks in the abandoned sovereign house unearthed the verboten scripture, seeking rebellion by means of black magic against the rule of the infernal archdemons. By way of sorcery were numerous abominations and ungodly forms brought forth onto the hellscape, among them the Spectra, ethereal amalgam of the Pinkie. For their role in these miscreations, the archdemons would enact as retribution against the insurgents an unspeakable punishment, a decree of suffering that would be without end. Now, the Spectra is exactly like the Pinkie, except invisible, meaning you can't lock onto them, except with their weakness, Ice Bomb. The Ice Bomb will break the cloaking behavior, allowing lock-on weapons to work. And for our final demon of this video, and the final heavy demon in the game, we have the Whiplash, with codex entry stating, a scavenger of the hellscape. The Whiplash was first discovered by UAC expedition teams in the Black Desert of the Sanctum Wastelands. These elusive, serpentine demons move with great speed and agility. They are capable of striking from a great distance with retractable bladed whips concealed within their forearms. This particular demon breed became an object of great interest to the UAC engineers on Earth. While attempts to capture live specimens of this nimble and unpredictable creature proved to be exceptionally dangerous, after successfully acquiring living specimens, researchers implanted cybernetic augmentations designed to enhance the Whiplash's innate strength and lethality. Now, the Whiplash is annoying, it's fast, it can take a beating. I'd recommend targeting it as soon as I could. And its weakness is Ice Bomb. Freeze it with the Ice Bomb to temporarily stop it from slithering. So that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys had a good time and that this video was helpful and just enjoyable to watch. Next video, of course, is going to be going over the super heavy demons. And after that, I'm thinking maybe I'll make a video going over Borderlands 3. You know, maybe going over my builds for some of my characters. I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll figure out what I can make a video of. If you guys have any ideas, that would be great though. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.